What is up, Lip Gloss and Ladders fam? We are back with another Fan-Terview today. I am joined by KB, my co-host here for that. And today we have a very special guest. She is a host at Radio 1 Atlanta, Miss Paige B. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. Definitely honored to be here with you guys for this Fan-Terview. I'm excited.
Oh my goodness, your hair looks gorgeous. I love the hair color. Listen.
Thank you.
I was like, I keep saying it everywhere. I'm like, I need to get that. But yes, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule because you guys, this guest is a multi-talented.
Oh, please.
Please. Where we get flowers here. Okay. We get flowers
right,
here.
we do.
We get flowers here. This guy was busy and we were able to secure a spot. So thank you again so much for taking the time out. So we want to get a little bit into your background, right? So you are in journalism. You have your undergrad was in journalism, correct? And you also have your master's in journalism because
yeah.
Right. Like, why be good when you could just be the best?
True.
How did you get into journalism and radio? What kind of inspired you to go on this journey?
Well, it was kind of by accident and it happened in high school. So basically there was a club called the Broadcast Club that was held by a teacher by the name of Dr. Haig, God rest her soul, who actually taught my mom when she was in high school. I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead, check it out. I mean, you do get lunch early, so that was kind of like the incentive right there. So I ended up doing Broadcast Club and ended up doing like the morning announcements. But me, I wanted to be a little bit extra. So we started, playing music before the morning announcements, especially during homecoming week. And basically, just getting into it, giving it my all. And then around the time that I continued to do it for junior year, I'm like, you know what? This could be something here. This could be, something that I could really sink my teeth into. And also trying to mix the music aspect of it because I originally wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be a singer or play instruments and stuff. I was in marching band and choir, but also learning that there's not really too much stability in music. So I wanted to do something to kind of like merge the two to where I can still enjoy music and be a part of that, but also having the job stability that I needed, which is very important. So I decided to go into journalism. Ended up, going to Wayne State where I met Miss KB over here, my sorority sister.
Hey.
Stayed there. Yeah. Hey. Stayed there for a couple of years and then, decided to leave for a bit because dealing with some family stuff. My grandmother was ailing and my mother was ailing as well. So I wanted to take, the year or so off to kind of, focus on family and to kind of redirect my path. So, once, my grandmother passed away, unfortunately, we decided to, go back into the school thing, went to Henry Ford College, get some credits up and then transferred right across the street to the University of Michigan. That's where I got involved. I got involved with radio at Wayne State and then also got involved with radio at University of Michigan, Dearborn. Hosted my own hip hop and R&B show, the only one on the schedule. So definitely had a lot of fun with that. And then transferred over to Michigan State. Yes, technically I'm a double agent and I hear it all the time. Going to U of M. Yeah, like going to U of M and Michigan State. How dare you? I'm like, wherever the degree is, that's where I'm going. Okay. Exactly. So I was a part of radio at Michigan State as well. My grad school, got my master's, and then also got a part-time job while I was doing my master's at the radio station in Lansing, Power 97.5 in Lansing, where I was a board op and also a weekend host. So stayed there for a few years and then ended up in Saginaw working for Alpha Media, KISS 107.1. as the midday personality. And then in 2022, shortly after my mother passed away, we ended up with Radio 1 Raleigh in Raleigh, North Carolina, stayed there for a couple of years. as an online editor, working with the websites and the social media, and doing some part-time voice work as well. And then just earlier this year, made the big move to Atlanta to become the online editor for Radio 1 in Atlanta. And that's where I'm at today in a nutshell.
I love the journey. We love the journey. I have a quick question. Did you and Carrie plush together? Did you guys plush together? Can I ask that?
No, we actually were in different chapters.
Okay.
No, we were actually in different, we were in different chapters. She crossed over at Wayne State Beta Mu chapter, and I crossed over at the Xi Phi chapter at the University of Michigan Dearborn. But we had a connecting sorority sister that connected us as sisters, and KB has been kind of my big sister in the sorority, although technically I'm a little bit older than her.
Only about 2 months.
By 2 months. Okay, there you go. A little bit. But yeah, that's how I have connected.
I was about to say I have too many connections with Sagittarius.
You're a Sagittarius?
I am, yes.
Oh, November or December one?
December 17th. So right towards the tail end of Sagittarius season.
I'm just on the cusp. I just started on 25th November.
Okay. I mean, Sagittariuses are the best. So KP, that's fine.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, we vibe. We vibe with pretty much everybody until you piss us off. So that's pretty much it.
That's what I say. I say if you got a problem with a Sagittarius, you did something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
See. So, it appears that radio wasn't always your goal. But KB?
So yeah, you kind of answered my question. I was going to ask, was this always your journey? And then you spoke on being a singer or a musician. What instruments did you play?
Oh, in marching band, I actually played 3 instruments. Started out with the flute for the first part of it, then transferred over to the piccolo, which is the smaller high-pitched flute. And then I got bored with that. I'm like, you know what, let me do something else. So one day, my teacher volunteered, hey, who wants to play the alto saxophone? I was like, me, let me play the saxophone. So I ended up playing the saxophone for the latter part of high school.
Wow, multi-talented. I learned something new every day.
Oh my gosh.
Four instruments, because the voice is an instrument, so you play 4 instruments.
Facts.
That's true. I
didn't even know you could sing. I missed that too.
Yeah, a little bit. Played in singing choir. I think I was in a acapella band at Wayne State for a little bit. So, but yeah, but more so now I'm singing just regular around the house and stuff while I focus on the radio career.
Gotcha.
But well, it seems like we gotta take you to karaoke.
Right,
blow everybody out the water.
Right, we're gonna have to meet up because we could have met you at Wrestle K, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. So we're gonna catch you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Whenever y'all come to Atlanta, let me know. Down for it.
If they do another Bad Blood or so, we're definitely
something in Atlanta.
You see, or something.
I'll go.
I'm calling it right now. SummerSlam within the next 2 years. Come on now. We got the space.
Hopefully it'd be cheaper because I seen that it was cheaper than WrestleMania as of now. But
yeah, but it's still high. It's still a car note and a half.
Because WrestleMania exhausted us financially and fiscally.
Vegas won.
Vegas
won.
Yeah, I can tell y'all were having a ball. Because I was following on the Instagram, okay, you out here. They had so much this year, with Wale Mania and WrestleMania After Dark, and then all these different seminars and shows, and then y'all had Stand and Deliver out there. Y'all had the Hall of Fame. 9:30 a.m. Seriously, I'm just trying to figure out how y'all slept because
we didn't. We did not.
I was up. I was up finishing my clothes some nights.
Wow. God bless y'all, because I'm a girly that likes to sleep early. Okay, but
me too. But I don't. It's crazy.
We were leaving the hotel room at 10 o'clock. I was like, "What is this?"
I said, "How long are we gonna be gone?" I said, "We're gonna be back by." I said, "Here's a time limit because I need some sleep."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 10 o'clock is insane. Like I was like, I'm at 10 o'clock. If I'm out, I'm deciding whether or not I want to stay out. that's my time. That's my cutoff.
Like, and
it's time to go.
Look, even with me, like trying to stay up watching from home, like y'all literally had wrestling all day, like from 1 a.m. with the Hall of Fame, especially with the long speech Triple H gave afterwards, and then rolling right into Stand and Deliver, and then get a couple hours break.
It was
like
because it started late our time.
Yeah, because I think Hall of Fame was like 10 o'clock our time. So
yeah, it was like 1. It was like 1 a.m.
I would be like, I catch it in the morning. I'm going to sleep. Because even when they had the one pay-per-view, that was like you had to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch it. I was like,
man, like and the international, and with the international stuff, I'm like, especially like Monday Night Raw internationally. Like I think we watched one of like, I want to say 10:30 a.m. So I was literally at work with my iPad doing work while watching in the office. I'm like,
I actually loved when it hit 3 o'clock though. I was like, ooh, I had the rest of the day to myself.
Yeah, it did feel like WrestleMania was like multiple long days because it was like, wow, it's 7 o'clock. We could just still go out. Like,
yeah,
still something going on. Like, God bless y'all, because I would have needed like about 5-6 Red Bulls like to get through the day, and I'm like,
no,
Vegas was exhausting for sure.
And God bless y'all. That's all I gotta say. God bless y'all.
Beer $3, water $9.
Right, you are expected to turn up. Like it was like I said, it was so much going on in Vegas. Have you ever been to Vegas?
I have not.
That was my first time.
I wanted to go.
Yeah, that was my first time. Ooh. So if it'd be my first time, I got to go back for a non-wrestling trip because it was so much to do. It was like very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then wrestling just adding on. Oh, well, you got time. Here go after party here. Here go this here. Here go Stand Deliver at 9 a.m. It's just like, okay, y'all burn me out on the first day.
Man, all of that. And you still have to find time to shop at the WWE shop. You still had to have time for like the meet and greets. You had time to get, like explore like the WWE World experience and all of that.
The thing with WWE World, the people are very helpful. So like, let's say you are in line for something, but then there's a time constraint. You tell them like, hey, I got this ticket. And you show them ticket here. Like Jimmy and Naomi meet and greets was at the same time. And as soon as I told the lady that, I said, I got tickets for both. Oh, she's like, come on. And she just let me through.
That's good.
And then she took me right over to Jimmy. Was like, you done. So
that's dope.
Whereas people who don't have nothing else to do, they can sit there and wait. But like when because I almost missed Nikki's meet and greet, and so I was like, can I just take her picture now so I won't miss her? Because her line is short enough. But I got to go over here to Bianca line real quick. But they're like, go take the picture with Nikki real quick.
That's
so they are very helpful. They want to make sure you don't lose your money.
That's good, and that definitely says a lot about WWE, with the fan experience. They do appreciate their fans that are there. But now we need to fix on the prices.
Yeah.
Because I keep telling everybody the story. I've said this, like, I run it into the ground. I've said it like 17 times at this point. I did WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. I did my ticket for WrestleMania was $150. I went to Disney. I got my flight. I did fly Spirit though. So
Spirit come in the clutch.
I did fly Spirit, so my flight was cheap.
Spirit gets a bad rep. Like they come in the clutch when you need it.
I got there safely. And my hotel for the week, I did share a hotel room with someone. And I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. Where these schools come from. It's Sunday. It's Sunday in Baltimore. If you know what that means that the dirt bikes are out. So if you can hear that in the background, I'm sorry.
I feel you. I understand. It's like that here in Atlanta. So then again, you get a little bit of everything in Atlanta. So like not even shocked.
So you can hear in the background, that's what that is. So but I paid the same amount. So altogether it was like $1,300. I paid that for tickets.
Ooh.
I didn't, but that was like ticket prices. So I was like,
yeah,
ridiculous. Just the prices. They need to come down just a squig. Just a squig.
Also,
yeah, so I can finally go. Hello.
Yeah, I waited till tickets got a little cheaper before I bought my WrestleMania, because at one point they were like $700 just for the 100 level. So when it got down to the 500, 400, but then you add them Ticketmaster fees, it goes basically back up.
Yeah. Like, Ticketmaster must be stopped. Honestly.
I'm hearing it getting sued right now, so let's
we'll see.
We'll see.
Also, you're getting a taste of how our interviews go. It's just we just shoot the breeze.
Look, I love it. I love the vibe. Let's keep it going. I love the vibe here.
So you did bring up like you got to find time for the meet and greets. We talked about meet and greets and everything like that. So who are some of your favorite people that you've interviewed over your years in radio?
There has been a lot that I was fortunate enough to talk to interview with. I would have to say Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were one of my favorite interviews because I am, as you can see, big Prince fan. So basically, you know, with the Minneapolis sound, and I've been a fan of Jam and Lewis's work for years anyway, not just with Prince, but also with Janet Jackson, with Sounds of Blackness, and everybody else. So interviewing them was a really dope experience, especially over the phone, you know, because sometimes, you know, with phone interviews, you're like, or whatever, but like the energy was so hype up there. With the phone interview, it was really, really dope and very magical. So definitely those are one of my favorites. Also, I would have to say, I had to think, because it's been like quite a few that we got to, you know, chat with. With Radio 1, you know, chatting with, you know, folks like T.I. and his Ha Ha Mafia when he was doing like the comedy thing. So that was a fun interview. Kiana Lede, who is one of my favorite R&B artists right now.
Love her.
Yeah, so definitely her. And then like in Atlanta, like just moving here, like it's been hectic. I mean, we've seen obviously Bow Wow. We've seen B5. One of my favorites there. Like I love their energy, love their spirit. So that was fun. Also got to meet Cash Doll, which was amazing. And shocking that Detroit Love. And shocking, like it took me moving to Atlanta to finally see her.
Right.
So but yeah, it's like so many different people that I was fortunate enough to come in contact with. Bootsy Collins was dope. Bootsy Collins was real dope. George Wallace, the comedian. Karen White was really dope. So yeah, it's like so many people like I can't even think of, but you know, each interview was like special in its own way. So I'm just so appreciative of the opportunities that I'm given in radio.
You got to write a list if you haven't already of everybody you interviewed.
Oof, that I had to think about. It would take me a little bit to think about. Like, wait a minute, did I interview her? I sure did.
You gotta write it down. When I was doing so many meet and greets one year, I was like, let me write down everybody I met that year.
Yeah. So, like I said, you know, every encounter, like from the super famous to the not so famous, like everyday people, like it's just you have to really appreciate the power of meeting people and the power of sensing the different vibes, the different, you know, stories that you come across every day, even like from regular schmegular people, you know, that may have like a story to tell. Like everybody, in my opinion, everybody has a story to tell.
Yep.
And every single story is important. So, yeah.
So we had already discussed this one because when you were describing, you know, your journey, you have stayed in Detroit, of course, North Carolina, Atlanta, and then other places in Michigan, including Saginaw and Lansing. Did we get all the places that you stayed and did radio?
Yeah, pretty much so. Of course, born and raised in the Southwest Detroit area, small town called Ecorse. If you're familiar with the show BMF, then you might know a little bit about Ecorse. And then, of course, moved to Dearborn, then lived in Saginaw up north in Lansing, and then joining Radio 1 was my first time living out of state. So obviously, you know, staying in Raleigh and now staying here in Atlanta, East Atlanta to be exact, you know. So yeah, it's definitely been a very interesting journey, and I'm just like the kind of person that will go with the flow. Like whatever this journey takes me next, you know, I'm not going to question it. I'm just leaving it in God's hands for sure.
But do you have like an ideal place? Like, I would love to live there.
Well, actually, Atlanta has been one of my ideal places, you know, just for the culture out here. Like it's considered as the quote unquote Black Mecca of Black excellence, Black businesses. Like just the scene is thriving. Definitely not a dull moment when it comes to, you know, the culture, when it comes to obviously the large presence of HBCUs here in the area. The music scene has been very vibrant. Black owned businesses thriving out here, which is really dope. So yeah, Atlanta has been like one of my, you know, dream places. I would also say probably New York, if you know, if the road takes me there. You know, just similar to that, you know, you have Broadway, you have the music scene out there, you have, you know, everything going on throughout the 5 boroughs. And I've been to New York only once, but it was like a 1-day thing for a concert. And that's it.
I love New York. I don't know if I will live in New York.
I've never been.
It's a little too busy for me. I'm like, it's too many y'all.
I gotta put that on my to visit list. New York for sure. Never been.
Yeah, for sure. Like maybe one day I'll live out my Sex and the City fantasy out there, but we'll see. We shall see.
Yes. Like I New York though, I can like the atmosphere of New York is unmatched. Yeah, unmatched. Sure. And I did enjoy my time in Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta twice. I have enjoyed my time in Atlanta as well. And to see it's just like, I know I was going to get good food out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The food is amazing.
That salmon pasta from what was it called? Hungry?
I don't know. I call it the pank.
Hungry, yeah.
Like the pank. Yeah, I think that's what they had, the salmon pasta.
I might have to try that. I still haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna go try it.
Yeah, it was. We tried it. It was so good. So good.
One place I call it out there, I said, I don't know. It looked like the pank though. Like, have you ever seen people?
Yeah, for sure. But I was like, this like. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you this though, Raleigh has like a nice, decent little food spot area too. One of my favorite restaurants when I lived in Raleigh is something called the Dankery. And
I've had the Dankery.
The Dankery is amazing. Like their crawfish queso fries.
Oh, I didn't have that.
Unmatched. Like
that's for y'all.
Yeah. Yes. It's like the loaded fried stuff, like the crab queso fries, crawfish queso, chicken queso, like whatever it is like real, real good. And then I had the wings with the hot honey sauce.
Yes.
Look, you're guaranteed to gain like at least 20 pounds with one trip at the Dankery.
That was the first thing I had when I visited Raleigh for the first time. That was the first thing I had. And I was like, I can get used to this.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's definitely a food spot. It's definitely a food town. I had some of the best eats in Raleigh.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
If you come out here, I don't know who comes to Baltimore, but if you come out here, listen, we got some good eats out here too. But
I believe it. I already know.
Yeah, it was pretty
right. You'll be able to try more than me because you know my shellfish allergy. So.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Maryland and seafood. Oh.
They go together
real bad,
real hard.
You can't pass a restaurant that doesn't have a crab cake. There is no such thing. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The struggles.
So a little bit more of your like background of your wrestling fandom. What got you into wrestling?
Oh man, well, it started from when I was a kid. Living in the E-course, and I had 3 of my boy cousins that lived right around the corner from me, and they were big wrestling fans. So they were like heavy into it. And then one day I just came over and they ordered the pay-per-view. I believe it was Unforgiven 1998.
Ooh, Unforgiven.
So yeah. So I remember, going over there, like the first match that kind of stood out to me, what I believe it was Sable and Luna Vachon in the evening gown match. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? It's like like this was like crazy, but it was hella entertaining. Like it's like, especially back then during the Attitude Era, it was like the train wreck. Like, you know, it's a hot mess, but you can't stay away from it. Like you just want to watch. So it basically come from my cousins, you know, and going over there and being like a bit of a tomboy during that time. So like I followed them around and I was watching wrestling with them, like with the APA, which back then, I believe that was like the latter part of the Attitude Era, but watching obviously the Legion of Doom, watching the Nation of Domination and Gold Dust and Mark Mero, and one of my favorites back then was Rikishi, and you know, Too Cool, like just really, really dope, and definitely intrigued me. But also the women, like the women were not afraid to get down and dirty, you know, from back then all the way up to now. Obviously, you know, with the way that the entertainment was, obviously, you know, it was kind of, let's be real, misogynistic. And it's like geared for the male gaze. But even with that, they still did their job. They still looked hella good while doing it. And like, they were hella entertaining. Like, especially, you know, watching women like Jacqueline. I'm like, oh my God. Like, she was a total badass. Like, She was. Like, she does not get enough flowers from anybody.
First woman to hold the cruiserweight championship. I think she's the only woman to hold.
She's the only woman.
I think she is the only woman.
She won it from Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah, that's her scraps with Chavo was like. And then of course China, like the strongest woman on earth to me. Like just how she held her own with DX. Like she was literally like. And even as Triple H mentioned it, like she was really the glue of DX. Like she doesn't get enough credit, you know, for what she did for women's wrestling at all, in my opinion as well. So like just growing up watching it, and then it was a time where I took a break from watching it for a long time. And I think that was like during the tail end of like the Ruthless Aggression era, like when John Cena was starting to come out and all of them, you know, I took a so yeah, I took a break from watching it, and then I really got back watching it about like the last, I want to say 3, maybe 4 years, around the time where, you know, Triple H was, you know, starting to become more involved with creative, and unfortunately, you know, with the whole situation with Vince McMahon, that's when I really started, you know, watching it again and like seeing like how far the women's division have come, and I'm like, okay, yep, I'm gonna start watching again. And like in these storylines, like it's kind of like starting to become like my soap operas, like where, you know, they're ridiculous. These storylines are absolutely ridiculous, but they're entertaining. So yeah, that kind of like redeveloped and like reignited my love for wrestling.
Yeah, I do wish that Jackie and Chyna both get their flowers more. I'm happy that Jackie got her Legends contract, so hopefully she's involved in storylines. Like she don't have to, you know, get back in the ring, but I feel like she still could go low key.
I think so too. Or like I would love to see her in a manager role.
Yeah,
that's a manager role. Yes,
if even the Big would have turned heel, I would have loved that.
Yeah. Look. I mean,
debuted as a heel.
We've been robbed.
We have. And Chyna needs her solo Hall of Fame introduction because she broke barriers. The first woman to be in a Royal Rumble. So
absolutely, and like I
got there by winning a battle royal with men. Like that's how she was able to secure her spot for number 30.
Like she held her own. She like
first
literally
woman to be number 30.
And the first, I believe she was the first and only female women's intercontinental champion, like holding the men's title.
Yeah,
like honestly, like if it wasn't for trailblazers like her, like Jacqueline, like Jazz, like Awesome Kong, aka Karma, like it's gonna be very interesting to see like how wrestling would be on the female front if it wasn't for them. You know?
Yeah. Because Jackie was willing to do the misogynistic type of things, and I think she speak highly of Sable. She said she enjoyed her feud with Sable, but she could have really, you know, go in the ring, but she was limited. She was limited because she was a woman.
Yeah, and that's like
for something.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like kind of like the tail of the tape even today with the women's division. Like, although, yes, it has progressed, significantly, there are still some holdbacks to where like you have all these women, but you don't have adequate storylines for them, adequate placements for them.
Yeah.
And like there are some areas, where the division is lacking. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, women's tag division.
Of course, right.
We're gonna get to that.
Look, it's just been a lot. I mean, I love the progression, but we can go a lot further, in my opinion.
Yep, I love that we've gotten to a point where if the women are main event, it's not like the women are main eventing. It's like, oh yeah, because this is the biggest storyline, and this is the match that everybody want to see the most. So of course it's gonna main event. Where it was like with Trish and Lita main eventing, it was like, it's unheard of. We got to be seated for this because the women are main eventing Raw. Like, or with Sasha and Bailey, we were like, oh, they're main eventing the PLE for the first time, and now it's like main event at WrestleMania is like, yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely,
we've gotten to that point, but we definitely still have a long way to go. So I'm gonna put a pin in that. I just want to ask, who are your favorite wrestlers of all time?
Ooh, all time. Sheesh. That's going to take a lot. But like I mentioned, Jacqueline, like top 3 for me. Also Jazz, another woman that does not get enough flowers.
Yeah.
We're doing the show, Jazz.
Yes, for sure. Much love for Jazz. Also love, like, TNA, like the beautiful people have been like one of my favorites for a bit. And Tasha Steelz, and Victoria, Mickey James, like craziness. Like, yeah, friend of the show. Of course, shout out to her. But yeah, but as far as men on the other side, Eddie Guerrero, top 2 and not number 2 for me. Definitely as far as charisma, as far as graps. As far as the whole persona, like the whole aura of Eddie Guerrero, made him one of my favorites. Also I mentioned Rikishi, very entertaining, one of my favorites as well. And then of course like the whole Samoan dynasty, like obviously I was a big Umaga fan when he was out, just like that ultimate prowess, especially like with one of the Hardy Boys. That feud was crazy. And then of course currently I love the Usos. Who does not love the Usos? Like, right. Like seriously, who do not love the Usos right now? And of course Naomi, love her. Of course Nia Jax, like this second round like has been like her redemption.
Yeah,
I'm way more interested.
And I love that for her. Like she has been knocking it out the park, like in the ring. With that. Of course, Jade.
Yeah.
Need I say more Jade?
Yeah, Jade Cargill is she's a star.
She just had an aura, of course.
Absolutely. Comes with being an AKA, but of course. And then of course I do love Cody. I love Cody. I love what Seth's doing now. And I'm gonna say Braun Breaker. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say I think Braun Breaker may have the best spear in the game.
He does. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, he does.
He does. So that segues into my next question, which is what segments of storylines you're really enjoying now.
Yes.
So like that, because I was excited when Braun came. I was like, I've been waiting for Braun Breaker to be a Paul Heyman guy my whole life. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
3 years, but
yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this feud is going to turn out with Seth and Roman and CM Punk. Just like the different levels, of it. Obviously with Paul Heyman being like kind of like the, the center of it. Like who's going to get custody of Paul Heyman? That's why I'm looking forward to it. And now obviously it's Seth's turn. And I think, with this, I think we might see a little glimpse of the Monday Night Messiah again with Seth.
Yes.
Like the development is going to be crazy. And now with Braun Breaker as like his muscle, you know, that's going to be dope and it's going to elevate Braun to the next level because he already has like the pedigree, obviously, you know, with the Steiner brothers, you know, he has that, you know, pedigree in the back pocket, but also he's coming into his own, which I love to see, you know, from the growth from NXT 2.0 to now being pretty much a badass. And I think with Seth as, you know, the mentor kind of helping him out and with Paul Heyman, you know, as the trio, I think that's going to do wonders for him. And also add another level of creativity for Punk and for Roman, because with Roman, obviously now we're seeing the whole situation. Okay, now he's the tribal chief, but he's without a tribe and he's without his wise men. So, and now he is like more over than ever before, kind of like, wouldn't necessarily call him a baby face. I call him like
tweener.
Okay, he's still the badass, but people just like him anyway. Kind of like with Seth too. Like I don't think he's really a baby face anymore too. Like he's a heel, but everybody keeps on singing his damn song. So it's like just a matter of like who you agree with, and then obviously CM Punk, although he's a little bit slower nowadays. You know, since his first go around, but he's still great television. And I'm just looking forward to seeing like how this is going to turn out in another installment of the BCU, the Bloodline Cinematic Universe. See what happens there.
I love that.
Like phase 4.
I love that.
Phase 4.
Right? You know, what's crazy about the Seth Rollins becoming a Paul Heyman guy, it's like the Easter eggs was there once you replay everything back, how CM Punk and Roman Reigns were just going back and forth and he just standing there trolling and just like he plotted this entire time.
Like, absolutely.
They're gonna do my dirty work for me.
Right.
Yeah, and like the fact that, you know, both Punk and especially Roman have so much ego with their characters, it's like Seth is like, oh, y'all doing the slight work for me. Like, I'm gonna let y'all implode yourselves. And I'll just go ahead, I'll scoop up Paul Heyman from you guys. So, like, it just kind of plays into that mastermind persona that they're working with him right now. So, it's brilliant. It's honestly brilliant.
They fight over him and it ended up being a third. Like,
So now I think it's going to be a situation to where now Punk and Roman will have to be forced to coexist together to kind of bring down what Seth and Braun and Paul are trying to do. So I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a hot ass mess. I can't wait to see it though.
Do you think they're going to add someone? Do you think it'll be a faction? Are they working on a faction?
I think they are. Part of me feel like they are, but if they not, it's still gonna be good.
I feel like it's fine if it's not.
I can't think of who, but I could.
I mean, it's fine being the three of them right now. So I think like if they do add a fourth, it's going to have to make sense. Yeah. It's going to have to make sense. Like, who does Paul Heyman vouch for? Who has he been keeping his eye on? You know, it has to be something that it would have to make sense. I know a lot of people have been saying like, oh, maybe add Carmelo Hayes into it. But like, didn't Carmelo and Braun have beef? How would that work out? So yeah, I'll have to say if they do add a fourth, it's not necessary. But if they do, it's going to have to be something that makes sense.
I was thinking this is the only reason because my fantasy booking brain. I say I book like fan fiction because I would love for Bronson Reed to come back, knowing that before he left, he like destroyed Seth Rollins. But if they add a third member to the faction, that's not obviously Paul Heyman. So if they add another guy, like they have to even the playing field somehow, right? CM Punk, Punk and Roman can be like, "Hey, Bronson, what you doing?" Like, remember when he flattened you like a pancake? But like I said, but then we would have to have a member on that side that makes sense, and I don't know who it would be because it wouldn't be Carmelo.
No, it wouldn't be. I'm thinking, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be tough. Like maybe a Logan Paul, maybe. Only because
bring that down.
I don't know.
Reach your face.
I don't know. Like it would have to be like a very polarizing figure, I would feel, in order for that to make it work.
Yeah.
So we don't know who that polarizing figure could be. But honestly, if they just roll with just Seth and Braun and Paul Heyman, then that would work.
Which is a testament to Braun. Because it's like, oh, we trust you enough to be with the big dogs. Like, I mean, he is a big dog, obviously. He is the big dog, but we trust you enough to be thrust into this with literal legends. Like the first ballot Hall of Famers. We trust you.
Yeah, and you have like the Hall of Famer as the wise man. Like, you can't go wrong with that. You cannot.
Yeah, I can't either. Like, I am so excited to see where that is going. Are there any other storylines that have your attention right now?
Man, this whole Naomi turning heel has been very intriguing because, like, I have been waiting for her to have a proper heel turn forever. Like, forever. Like, seriously, like the glow situation, like, yeah, that definitely worked. But, you know, I think she needed, you know, kind of like the edge to her. Like, we saw a little bit of it, like, when she first turned heel, like, in the early steps of the career. But, like, this time around, it feels more elevated. And it's also in a way to where, like, yeah, she's a heel, but she's not exactly wrong in how she's feeling, though. Like, it's the like her heel turn is justified this time. Like, she's been pushed to the side from the very beginning since her return, for her return to the WWE. Because think about it, the Royal Rumble, that was her big moment. Like, she was number 2, but then her return kind of got overshadowed by Jade Cargill, who entered later on in the match in her debut, and that kind of makes sense. Like, the way that Jade had her rocket, you know, planted on her back, and how she kind of elevated rather quickly to like the top of the women's tag division with Bianca. While Naomi, obviously, she put in the work, you know, did her time on TNA, became the Knockouts champion, the singles champ, and has really elevated herself to where by the time she came back to WWE, it should have been a big deal, but she kind of been pushed as like the kind of like the kid sister in the whole like big 3 thing, where I'm like, wait a minute, I can see the both of y'all hoes. Why am I getting the shot? You know? So yeah, it's like the justifiable heel and like the storyline that I think will definitely work for her, especially like since it's been whispers that, you know, she might be, you know, falling back in a little bit, you know, to focus on the family. I think this is definitely going to be like the one big thing that she can complete to where, like, okay, if I do need to step back, I know I did everything I did, and I entertained the crowd, and I'm hoping she gets a championship, like, end of the year.
Money in the bank, please.
Money in the bank. And please. I didn't even think about the Royal Rumble when you said she came in at number 2, because when her and Jimmy both debuted at number 2, I was like, oh, that's a cute little couple thing. But then when you mentioned like Jay came in like number 24, 26, and it overshadowed her, that is also a good point. I never thought about that. But yeah, I feel like she left to go get her flowers somewhere else, and then you would think she would get her flowers, because she even Jordan admitted that like Naomi is the reason why TNA and WWE kind of started a partnership. So
Absolutely.
It's like with this heel turn, she needs Money in the Bank and she needs a championship just for one final run. I don't think she's going to. I think she does have a few years left in her contract, but yeah, with her this being her last run, she gonna settle down and try to have a baby for sure. So
I think it's also telling that in both heel runs, it was the same thing. It's the I'm tired of being pushed to the side. I'm tired of being replaced. I'm tired of being overlooked. The first time it was when AJ Lee had retired, and people were calling for AJ Lee to be in the Hall of Fame, and she was like, "Me and AJ Lee were a part of the same NXT class."
Exactly.
You forget? Hello, I've been here. I've been holding it down. I've been dancing with the dinosaur.
Right.
Yeah, and that was when sorry, my Siri's acting up. And that was when NXT was like in its infancy, like when it was still a game show.
A game show, yep.
Yeah.
Like, and she doesn't even get recognized for that as an NXT alum. Like, really, what she was doing here?
Inaugural FCW Women's Champion.
Exactly.
She was.
Like, she does not get enough respect. So that's what makes this heel turn very justifiable for me.
And then it's like even with sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Like, and she's like, I'm tired of playing nice. I'm tired of being the team player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when is it going to pay off for me? And I think this is definitely her time to pretty much, okay, y'all not going to give it to me? That's fine. I'm gonna take it.
And take out I'm gonna take out the source of my frustration too. Like, let's see what happens when she gone. Because it's like, also it's like at Bad Blood, the host, it was, oh, it's Bianca and Jay Cargill. Oh yeah, and Naomi, you too. Like the week before.
Yeah, that was like literally an afterthought because they did a whole promo video of them announcing that they're gonna host, and then just an episode of SmackDown. Oh, you can host with us. Like,
yeah. Like, very disrespectful and like nice, nasty, ridiculousness. So I think, honestly, Naomi is going to go for obviously Jade first. Mm-hmm. And I think, eventually, once, if there is a chance that Bianca, comes back and becomes a champion again, I think Naomi's going to have Bianca as the next target.
Yeah, even at WWE World, like, certain stars had photos on autos, and she was just photos, and hers was like, I think she was only like $60, whereas you had some people who was like 100 and something. She should have been up there with the hundreds, even though it kind of helped with my pockets.
Me too.
Right, for sure.
Like, thanks, girl, but like you should be priced higher. But
you should be worth more for sure
next year.
Hey, absolutely. Like, I'm shocked that Naomi's not charging $300, $400, $500.
Well, we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet.
I'm just saying. Like, just her being pushed to the side is ridiculous to me, in my opinion. So I think this is gonna be the year that Naomi gets what's hers.
Yeah, the most expensive was John Cena and Stone Cold, and they were both at price for like $300. But I think everybody else who was like a big star, like Rhea, Bianca, they were like 100 and something. Even Liv was like 100 and something. I think Jay was 100, and I think Jimmy was a lower price as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that just goes to show you like star power. Because I remember going to SummerSlam in Toronto and doing WWE, like the Access. It was Access then. And it was $25 to get in the Access. I missed those prices.
Wow.
It was like $25. It was like $25 to get in Access. And it had the general admission. And Liv Morgan was a part of the general admission. So I got to meet her for $25.
That's not bad at all. See, let's get back to those prices. How about that?
Right. I love Liv Morgan too, and I love Liv Morgan a lot. So I paid the $100 for her autograph.
I'll pay for it. I would pay for it again.
That's still very reasonable too.
Like, $100 is still reasonable for her.
Still reasonable.
Yeah, I feel like she has grown so much as someone who started off. I always say I'm always a person who goes for the underdog, and she has grown so much. But I feel like Naomi helps so many. She gives some of these superstars their best matches, and for her to still be looking like, even a pop at the Royal Rumble, it made her cry because that pop was huge.
Yeah,
but it's just like
amazing.
The company themselves is not giving her the flowers that we are giving her the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is a shame, but that's like just part of the reason why like we still have a long way to go. Especially for the women
of color.
Yes.
Of color. Yep. There you go. Women of color.
Let's lift that pin. Women's tag team division.
Ooh.
Let's lift that pin.
What tag division? That's what I gotta say about that. What tag division? It's literally just like,
oh gosh.
Okay. Like they literally have one legit ass team right now, and that's Liv and Raquel, and Liv is getting ready to do a movie. So basically those tag titles are going to be on the shelf for like quite some time, whereas the rest of the division is literally people being placed together like Maxine Dupree and Natalia. Okay, y'all both blonde, y'all seem to get along, y'all be a team. Like where's the chemistry?
Right.
Like where's the chemistry?
They're making it like mentor-mentee thing because Maxine was, learning to get better at wrestling. I get that. Where you got Natty who got the experience. So I kind of get that one. And then you had B-Fab and Meechin. They got paired randomly to me, but I'm for it.
Yeah, they got paired randomly, but it makes sense.
I still want Michin to go for singles. Like, I really thought she was gonna be the one to dethrone Chelsea.
Yeah.
I thought so too. See, like, that was a crazy thing. Like, you think after the last match, that was like the Philly street fight. I thought she was going to win that title, but no, they had to add Alba Fire's ass as the second member of the Secret Service. I'm like,
which makes me mad. How you go from in the forest starting fires up here, Smokey the Bear, and now you
not Smokey the Bear.
like, and now like you.
She went from a tag team with Aladon, and they tag run wasn't even that good. Aladon got released.
They're good.
Aladon got released just for Alba Fire to be in another tag team. I love the Secret Harvest though. I love like what Chelsea Green was doing. I love what Chelsea Green was doing. How she's like remixed the names of like people in the office and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she went from one tag team to another one.
Like again, don't get me wrong. It's
they could have added both to. But
I feel like you could have definitely used somebody else from Secret, because Alba Fire I like spooky fire dancing gimmicks. I like it, and I loved her gimmick, and I think she's such a good wrestler. So yeah. They just don't let her give us anything.
Yeah.
Like, who else? Like, y'all got rid of Jakara Jackson when they were really starting to cook with Lash Legend. Like, they were on TNA the previous week, and then the next week you're gonna let Jakara Jackson go. Like,
same with Chemical Eggs. Like, you let Gigi go, and she was at TNA as well.
So now you have to literally call up people. Like, call up Fatal Influence, please.
At this point, you're gonna have to. And Fatal Influence is hanging by a thread as well.
Because I like not Thea Hale. I keep calling her. I get. Fallon Henley and Thea Hale mixed up all the time. They don't look alike. They don't have the same gimmick. I don't know what it is. I don't know why my brain does that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But like you have Fallon Henley, first of all, who should have never changed her gimmick in the first place. I like Lil Barkeep, but they are hanging on by a thread. I'm like, how?
And like, you just got rid of Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, really the only legit tag team in the women's division, like the only legit ones. Like, and they've had tag gold. Like, they were the longest reigning NXT women's tag champs of all time. Like, you could capitalize on that, and they tried to capitalize on it, but y'all just dropped the ball. And that's like with, and not just with like the women's division, but like with the releases in general. Like, they fall into like one of three categories. Either A, you're injury prone. B, you're not performing like you're supposed to, which makes sense. Mm-hmm. And C,
no chance.
They're really good. Like, they're really good, but y'all not giving them proper storylines. Y'all not giving them proper placements. And I was afraid, like, from the moment, like, WWE has a tendency of not giving decent storylines, but instead just moving to the next thing. Like, okay, we have Chance and Carter. Like, they're not doing, let's work with them. No, let's sign some more people. Like,
they was teaming with Lyra at one point.
They were teaming with
Lyra at one point. I think, was it teaming with Zelina too? Or
I think they were at one point.
I don't know.
I think they were.
Yeah. But what's crazy, like, even at WWE World, what I peeped was when they had Kaden and Katana do the meet and greets, they had them paired together. They had Gigi and Tatum paired together. They had Jakara and Lash separate. And then they just broke them up, and then Jakara got released.
That one hurt. That one was a hit.
That one hurt.
That hurt really bad. Because, like, she had all the potential.
She did.
She had a lot of potential, especially, you know, watching her, like, on Level Up, when Level Up was still on the air. Like, she had a lot of potential. Like, she had star power. Like, y'all could have boosted her up to be a big star, but no, y'all want to let her go. So that's why, you know what? I'm not going to be worried too much about her, because she's going to land somewhere else next month. I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up in TNA as a knockout. Like, I would not be surprised.
I've been seeing like Japan on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that they're touring around with Japan.
Yep.
I think she ends up at TNA, and that's how she gets back to WWE. She's the only one in that list I can see probably coming back sooner than later. Like,
I would think so too. I would think so too. Like, it's too much star quality not to have her get picked elsewhere.
They dropped the ball on her.
They could have had if you were going to do this, if you were going to call up Lash, if you were going to split up Metaphor, you could have still had the Meta Girls together because they literally have been carrying. Because Oro was off TV, Noam was off TV, so they've literally been carrying it. Like, and I knew something was up and Stand and Deliver on that pre-show when they lost first.
Yeah,
I was like, if they didn't win, cool, but first is crazy.
The first was crazy. Yeah. I was so upset. I was doing my makeup.
First watching
it like I know y'all lying.
First. It's crazy. But you know what? I definitely have high hopes for like all the girls from NXT that got released. Well, except for maybe a couple. But yeah, I think obviously Jakara is gonna end up somewhere. Carter and Chance, like, folks would be dumb if they let them go. Gigi's gonna be good. Cora Jade especially.
Definitely TNA for Gigi.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that they let Cora Jade though. I'm just shocked because like I'm shocked
connected with her. I never connected with Cora Jade because I didn't really watch NXT like heavy until like probably in the last year. So
by the
like,
time you were watching, she was injured.
And like
she just gave me sexy. That's all. That's all she gave me.
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of like I'm sad. Kind of shocked because like they were trying to cook up something like a feud between Cora and Roxanne, but then again, you know, with Cora, as you mentioned, being injury prone, you know, that kind of like lost a lot of momentum for her. But we'll see what happens.
I actually seen a video today of Cora attacking Lyra when she was NXT champion. Yep. They said it was supposed to be Cora supposed to be dethroning Lyra, but she ended up getting injured.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that was like the situation too. So yeah, like a lot of momentum lost because, you know, of her being injured, unfortunately. So like I guess WWE did not want to take that risk, you know, putting her in a big storyline only for her to get injured again. So it's a tough break. You know,
Dakota,
but, you know,
same thing with Dakota. It's like you can't say healthy for a program. They give you the things and then you succeed in the things. Like when Dakota turned heel at NXT, that was some of her best work, her damage control stuff. That was some of her best work. And then when she get a program by herself, that knee.
Yeah, it's also very telling she wasn't coming out with EO anymore.
And they would say that she's representing damage control, but where's the rest of them? Hello?
Kyrie's injured, right? Yeah,
Kyrie's injured. I think Asuka, I've heard that she might be coming back soon from being injured. So we'll see what happens. But you know what? With EO, she's been carrying it by herself. So I think she may have outgrown damage control.
We might get the Kabuki Warriors back.
There you go.
That's a tag team right there. B-Fab and Misha, they said they want to go after tag team. That's a tag team right there. I don't know if they stuck. I don't know if they kept Maxine and Natalia together. That's another tag team. It's like they still forming tag teams, but Kaden and Katana was a legit tag team. They could have just kept them for the tag team title run.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know, just like WWE get it together, especially because it's just showing that you don't give a damn about the women's tag division. Which
absolutely,
and I love tag teams, and it's just like very disappointing for someone who is a tag team person to just be like, the women need better. They deserve better.
The men deserve better too. Like, dang, that's crazy. And I'm saying, like, the tag team division sucks overall with WWE, but like the women is vast.
Especially,
we need more people in the back who can have a vision for tag team storylines.
Well, you would think that Triple H would have a vision for it.
Yeah, but he was in DX, but he always went for singles titles.
That's true. He was always in a faction, never a tag team.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. He was with the tag team with Stone Cold, but what happened? He got injured.
Like, yeah,
but isn't Road Dogg in the back now? So
I don't know if he's back.
He is.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Road Dogg, you know, you have, you know, Bubba Ray doing LFG. I mean, obviously that's going to be some expertise like y'all could have used. So
Yeah.
But LFG is a different story altogether. So we'll just, yeah.
That's for the next Fan-Terview. We're gonna have to have another one. This is fun. Oh, yeah, this was fun. And again, thank you so much for reaching out. Not reaching out, for showing. We reached out to you, but thank you.
Right.
We reached out to you, but thank you so much for fitting us into your schedule.
Of course. I mean, look, anytime y'all need me, I'm gonna make it work. So I'm just like a big fan of the podcast and what y'all doing, providing a platform for women who enjoy wrestling, who are into wrestling, because it is definitely well needed. It is a space that is needed, that needs to be represented, especially with podcasts. And, definitely keep up the good work. I'm going to continue to support in any way I can.
Thank you. We definitely supporting you in your journalism journey.
Yes. Thank you.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on all social platforms at Front Page Views. So that's FRONT Page, my name, and Views, VIEWS. I am on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on X, not as much as I used to, only when to rant about wrestling. And then I'm barely on TikTok, but I'm gonna make my TikTok a little bit more active. But yes, everywhere at Front Page. And next time y'all see me, I'm gonna make some stuff in my budget for wrestling gear, because like I only have music gear and I need to stock up on my wrestling. So
I was looking at your record. That's your record player, right?
Yes, it is. Yes,
you're a Prince inspired. You said something about you being a Prince fan. I said, I know I noticed that record player.
Yep. So
listen, I have, like, the wrestling t-shirts too, went up.
Yes.
Ooh.
The wrestling t-shirts went up. And then some of them, they be all right looking. That's why we make my own.
I don't know what they doing with this new crop.
So that means I need to save $70 for a Yeet shirt. That's what I need. That's right. What y'all telling me right now.
Right. In a minute, they gonna go up to $70. I think they had like 30 now. But they at one point I feel like they was like $20.
They were.
I always wait for the sale. When the sale hit, $20. Unless it be like 2 left, and I'm like, I gotta pull the plug.
Yeah, understood. So yep, I'm gonna save $70 for a t-shirt. If I'm gonna try and get a replica belt, good luck. That's a car note.
Man,
more than a car note.
It is a car note.
Like, and that's for the commemorative, like the plastic joint. Like, I think like the commemorative, like the replica ones, they're like the metal ones. I think there's like a mortgage, so I'm just gonna skip that altogether. But yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. And you can find the collective of us at Lip Gloss and Ladders on Instagram and Lip Gloss Ladders on X. I had so much fun. I had a blast.
It was definitely. I love the vibes over here. I love the vibes, and I just appreciate you guys inviting me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Yes. Oh, we gotta do this again. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us, and don't forget to put down that ladder and pick up the
put down a lip gloss, pick up the ladder. We've been on break for a minute.
Lip gloss and pick up the ladder.
This will happen when we go. Vegas drained us.
And I'm doing this unironically. Like, this is just
when I say Vegas tired us out. I slept on the way back because that's how exhausted I was.
Man, that y'all still dealing with jet lag 2 or 3 weeks later.
Yes, exhaustion.
That's okay. Y'all,
and I went right to work.
See, that's okay. Y'all get it together by SummerSlam. Y'all be back.
Right. Things. My equipment was messing up. I said, "Oh, they forgot." I was like, "Okay, I forgot how to podcast. I forgot. I left all common sense in Vegas. Apparently, I don't know what's going on."
Look, I'm gonna tell the people watching, like, if they're not together by Money in the Bank, send help.
Send help. Yes.
All right, you guys. We will see you next time.
Bye.